custom event, parent component. Now go to that HTML template file. In this template file, I would like to invoke the child component. C hyphen, what is the component name? Custom event, child component. Custom event, child component. Here I would like to invoke this event here. What is the event name? Employee name event. Here we need to specify starts with on employee event name. I'm going to be indicating this method. So now that means what? Whenever we are observing the HTML events also, all the HTML event names are starting with the word on. See, this is a base rule. See, we are having on click, on double click, on change, on load, on blur, on focus, on mouse move, on mouse over, on key down, like that here. Every event name should be starts with on. So whatever the event name that you have specified, we can access that event okay, from the parent component by using this by starting fixing with on. On that particular event name, we can specify the method here. I'm indicating handle child component event. I'm preparing the method here. Now here I'm invoking this event. This event will be calling this method. Now here I'm writing the business logic. Now here we are writing this. I'm using this event. So now that event details I would like to collect. So that here I'm going to be collecting the event details. Now, in this case, I would like to represent over here. Now I would like to collect the details over here, like event dot target dot first name. That value I want to store inside a property here. I'm preparing three properties over here, like at the rate track emp first name, at the rate track emp last name, at the rate track emp full name. Now here I'm going to be importing this track namespace. I would like to specify this dot emp first name. I would like to collect the value. This dot emp last name equals to event dot target dot last name parameter. This dot emp full name equals to I would like to specify this dot emp first name. I'm giving the space this dot emp last name. I'm going to be collecting these values. Now these values I would like to represent okay, on my parent component inside the text boxes. I would like to represent. Now on the parent component here, I would like to place some text boxes. I'm using a div tag. I would like to represent lightning input label equals to employee first name. I'm indicating value equals to we can able to bind that property. We can bind the property. Lightning input label equals to employee last name. Value equals to EMP last name. Lightning input label equals to employee full name. Value equals to EMP full name. So the values I would like to represent on my lightning component here in the text boxes. So whatever the values are required, I'm going to be representing those values. Let's see the constructor. First a minute. Now, let's see. So now here I'm going to be invoking this. So these are the components are available. Inside the parent component, we are calling this a child component over here. In this a child component, I'm invoking this event. Now the event is going to be executing this method. So as soon as whenever the event has been fired, now the event is going to be firing this event over here. Now this event will be collecting the first name value, that is Praveen, last name value Tripathi, it will be returning back. So it is dispatching that event. That means it is returning the value. Now these two values were collecting over here. Now based on the event here parameter, we are going to be collecting the target. I'm collecting the first name value, last name value. These values I'm storing inside the variables. I'm concatenating by using full name. These values has been stored into the properties and I'm representing onto my lightning component. That's it, nothing else. Then how can we do that? Let me execute this piece of code. Now let me go to custom event parent component. Let's run this. Now we are having this parent component. Inside the parent component, child component also button is visible. When I click on the button, child component event will be getting executed. It will return the values. Those values we can show on this text boxes. When I click on this button, it will show these values. Employee first name, last name should be visible. On employee name event, let me make them as API. API decorator. When I click on the button, the values should be visible. Let's see what is the problem. On click, we are invoking this. We are having this two properties. We are preparing a custom event, employee name event. We are going to be using detail. We are passing the two values, first name value and the last name value, both we are passing over here. We are dispatching this event. Now on this HTML, we are going to be calling this custom event child component. We are calling this event here, which will be invoking the method. Now the method is going to be getting fired. It will collect that first name value, last name. These values were storing inside the first name and the last name parameters. Let me remove this. Event is not fired. So it is not passing this value. Let me check whether it is representing the values or not. Alert. First name is this dot first name. Let me represent this. It is showing this value. Let me give like a single quote. So let's refresh this. F name and L name. So now we are collecting this handle child component event. Let me check if there is an issue. Let me check not target detail. Let me check this value. Detail dot first name. Now, so this is not the target, this is the detail. Because here upon creating this custom event, here I have given that parameter as a detail. Go to the detail parameter here. We need to collect the value. Now let's see. Let me refresh this. Here we are having components are available here. This is a child component button. These three are available on the parent component. When I click on the button control, from child component to parent component text boxes, I'm passing some values. When I click on child component button, now we can able to collect the values. Those values will be getting represented over here. Full name is not visible still. EMP full name equals to event dot detail dot first name plus event dot detail dot last name. I'm concatenating this content, EMP full name. So let's reload. Click on the button. Now it is representing the first name value and the last name value. Only these two values it is supplying over here. But we are concatenating this value, but this value is not reflecting. API full name.
Maybe we have to employ first name, not employ second name.
Now,
We already
N is
fetching here.
capital. Because this is a N small I have written here. Because JavaScript properties are purely case sensitive. That's what I have written this n small. That's what we are unable to see that content. Now click on this button. Now we can see all the three values. So whatever the child component button that we have, through the child component button, we can able to invoke the custom event. Custom event should be prepared with the help of, okay, custom event constructor. This is the custom event constructor. Give the event a name. Whatever the parameters you are going to pass, we can pass the parameters. If you are not passing any parameter, just you can specify that empty also, no issues. If you want to pass some value, then only we can pass. Generally, we are using this custom event to pass a value from child to parent. In that case, we are indicating what parameter values you would like to supply. We can specify those values and we can dispatch the event. Now the event will be getting filed. The event is going to be passing the values over here. Now we can able to invoke this event on employee name event. Whenever the event is occurred, I would like to call this method. Now the method is going to be collecting this event details. From the details, it is collecting the first name value, last name value. It will be representing the values onto my lightning component in the parent. So we can pass the values from child to parent with the help of these custom events. Okay. Not only using standard events given by HTML, we can prepare our own custom events also by using custom event constructor. Okay. These are the various features are available here. As part of this Lightning Web component, these are the various features. But upon attending the interview point of view, decorators are very, very important. First one, decorators. Second one, parent-child communication between the components. How to pass parent to child, child to parent over here. Next. Third one here, Lightning Data Services. What exactly Lightning Data Service? What is the use? How can we do that here? That is most important. And then toast messages. How can we use the toast messages? That is most important. And then custom events. How to use these custom events? This is also an important feature. And then lifecycle hooks. These are the 6 features are very, very important upon attending the interview on Lightning Web Components. If you are done with these features, then you can crack the interview very easily on Lightning Framework. Okay, and along with that, they will be focusing on development. In development, especially, they will be focusing on trigger. Compulsorily, they will ask you to write a trigger code. That is common question. And along with that, they will be focusing on that, okay, batch programming, scheduling concepts as well. Okay, now admin will be common. You know that admin concepts over there, security, relationships, reports and dashboards, these will be common functionalities. Okay. So now go through these informations, and then whatever the information that I have discussed, complete notes is available with you, and I have shared that videos also. So all the material is available with you. I will share some sample profile also. I will share interview questions also on the Lightning Framework. So please go through this information. Then it will be very easy to crack the interviews. But don't contact any proxy people. Don't waste the money. Okay, unnecessarily they will be charging 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs rupees, but don't go with that proxy people. Attend the interview by your own. It may be taking 1 month late also, no problem. Okay, just you can spend 1 more month also. You will be getting the job very easily, so that you can save the amount also. Okay, so that you will be getting a confidence, okay, that you can attend the interview in other companies also in future. That will be very easy to crack. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for
Hi,
your
Shridhar.
time.
Hello. Hello.
This
So with
conference
this
is
one,
no
we are done
longer
with that
being
all the
recorded.
functionalities in that Lightning Framework. So now please go through this information.